Hey Cap City, what's going on? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you your June 2021 Silent Enemies reading. I hope all is well in the Cap City community. Those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Look around, check out all the different content. There's a variety. Hopefully you'll find something that you enjoy and you will become a part of the community. For those who are returning, welcome back. You know how I feel about you. I love you. Thank you for all the support. Let's get going with your reading. So the Silent Enemies reading is a reading designed for us to exercise our intuitive muscle. The intuition is a gift that we were given from the highest, the Most High, whatever you call the Most High. It could be Jehovah, it could be Jesus, it could be, Creator, whomever you call, right? But we were here, we're put here to do a job, right? We are put here to experience some things and to learn some things. And the only reason we have this physical vessel is that's the only way that we can get around in this realm to get those lessons learned and those experiences completed. So, but in order for us to keep track with home base or to keep in touch with home base, part of that is why we have our intuitive abilities. These intuitive abilities can keep us out of trouble. And it can even save our lives. And for many of us, I'm sure we have stories where, we could share how that has saved our lives. But some people, they get bogged down in this 3D energy, and the 3D energy teaches us to look outside ourselves for answers. And we should actually be focusing on what's going on within. We can take the information we learn from outside of us and sit with it and see if it sits right. But the ultimate decision maker should be us in our Most High, right? So for those of you who don't use your intuition or want to use it a little bit more, this is a great reading to help you do so. Why is it called Silent Enemies? Because, first of all, a lot of people who are your enemy are not going to just be upfront and say, hey, I don't like you. The lessons that we have to learn are going to come in the form of people who are closest to us. If we saw the devil walking down the street looking like the devil, for example, if you saw this person walking down the street coming towards you, calling you, saying, hey, what's going on? You would run the other way. So how else are you supposed to learn the lessons? That's the purpose of you being here. Well, the universe says, okay, well, I'm going to send the energy that you need to learn from. I'm going to put it in the people closest to you. Because that's the only way you're going to learn, because you're going to be open to those people. So you will be open to experiencing with them. Right? So these are your family members, your friends, your lovers, your colleagues, your coworkers, your neighbors, people you do business with, people that you deal with on a regular basis. When you tend to gravitate around certain people on a regular basis, your vibrations tend to resonate on similar frequencies. None doesn't necessarily have to be on the same frequency all the time, but it's similar. And it's to the point where you get familiar with those frequencies and you'll know when they're off. You'll feel it. So if you know, your aunt's acting weird today, or your boyfriend's acting strange today, or your wife's acting a little weird today, or your kid's acting funny, or the neighbors, really weird, or, these people who are around you on a regular basis, they're acting really weird. That's your intuition going off telling you that. So instead of you ignoring it, which a lot of us do, you should pay attention to it and investigate it. Because number one, you may be helping someone. And number two, you could be keeping yourself out of a potentially dangerous situation. Helping someone could be, okay, I noticed my mom is a little off today. Let me see what's up with her. You're not your usual self. What's up? You okay? You may find out she just might need an ear, somebody to vent to. Or it could be the opposite. Some of us, a lot of our karmic partners come in the form of people we are close to. Some people, unfortunately, are dealing with the issue of having a parent who may be jealous of them or envious of them. It could be a worst case scenario like that, and your intuition is going to be warning you. Some of you will ignore it, but you shouldn't. You should investigate it, understand it, figure out what's going on, and then move from there. So what I'm going to do is, there's 3 cards here. I'm going to talk to you about the energies I get from these cards. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't try to make this reading fit. Check your other placements for these readings, because you're not just Capricorn. And then check the other styles of readings on the channel. I do want to let you know, because we got a lot of planets in retrograde this summer. You can just watch the news and see the mayhem going on. If you want to keep yourself at least maybe 10 steps ahead of everything else so that you can avoid unnecessary pitfalls, watch the retrograde readings I've done. The Pluto one is the only one that has all the signs in one reading. The Saturn retrograde one you need to watch. The Mercury retrograde you need to watch. I'll have it attached at the end of this video. Okay, and then we got 2 more planets going in retrograde at the end of the month, Neptune and Jupiter, and I'll have readings for you for those. So for those of you who are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, that way you'll know when I post for those. Now, the first card we have here for you, Cap City, is the World card. This is ruled by your energy, okay, Saturn. We have the 9 of Cups, which is Pisces, and then we have your energy, which is the Devil energy, which is Capricorn energy. So what I'm getting already, I'll call you Sagittarius. What I'm getting already, Cap City, is you got to be careful of what you're doing. First of all, number 1, major arcanas showing up in this reading indicate that if you don't pay attention to intuitive nudges, it can have a major impact in your life. We already know via tarot, major arcanas represent a major impact in your life, right? So it's no different with this particular reading in that sense. Now we have the World card here. This is about wrapping up cycles. Some of you have already wrapped up cycles with people, okay? No matter who it is. Could have been a family member. Could have been an ex-lover. It could have been a coworker or colleague or a work situation. It could be something going on with your neighbor. Could be something going on with your nail technician, your hairdresser, your kid's, acrobatics teacher. Don't matter. Somebody you deal with on a regular basis, you had a karmic situation with them. A karmic situation is this person is brought into your life to directly reflect to you what you need to work on in yourself. So that shows up as confrontation with you and this person. You know that you've healed from the situation when you realize, okay, this is not what I want in my life, so I'm going to end this cycle. Because it gets messy and it stays messy, the connection. And you can't fix it no matter how hard you tried. Some of you, this is your marriage partner. Some of you, this is your child's mother or your child's father. Some of you, this could be an adult child. It could be anybody, okay? But you've already wrapped up this cycle, some of you. So for the ones who've already wrapped up this cycle, this person could be coming back into your life. We're dealing with Mercury retrograde, right? And in Gemini, we're dealing with Pluto retrograde right now. We're dealing with Saturn retrograde. Okay, Saturn is in Aquarius. Aquarius deals with your friends, your social life, people you used to socialize with, no matter what level. Okay, these are relationships, long-term relationships in Aquarius. So these are people you've had long-term relationship with. So you had to wrap up a cycle with somebody that you had a long-term relationship with. Okay, for some of you, that's what you had to do. You've done it. This person could be coming back for some of you, and you need to be careful. For others of you, you know you need to wrap up a cycle. You've been fighting it. You're not sure why, okay? But the cycle as you know it, it has changed completely. Or you need to end the connection with the person. It's one or the other. The relationship changes permanently in some way, or it ends. One or the other. Some of you know this. You've been fighting it. Some of you have already canceled out this situation, and it may come back. So be careful. It could be anything. Also, for those of you who are considering traveling, you may want to double check where you're going, how you're going. Mercury retrograde is not a good time to travel unless you plan things out thoroughly. So say today is Monday, Memorial Day, because this is the time I'm recording this. And you get up, you say later on, an hour from now, I'm bored. I don't got nothing to do the rest of the 3 weeks. I'm off. I'm about to book a flight to Florida. Let me go ahead and book this flight so I can leave tomorrow. You don't want to do that in a Mercury retrograde, okay? You want to plan it out. So you may want to just put it out maybe a couple days ahead, and you want to make sure you're putting in the correct credit card information. Make sure you're doing, checking all your itinerary over because when you plan unexpectedly for travel during a Mercury retrograde, it could end in a negative way. We're not talking about accidents, but that could happen. But we're talking about other things like, your flight getting delayed, or, the wrong credit card getting charged, or, a glitch in some type of communication in the system of some sort. And, now you may have been overcharged or something like that. So you need to be very careful when you're doing those things as far as traveling. We got the Nine of Cups, Piscean energy. Now, Pisces right now in that house, we have Jupiter and Jupiter and Neptune. Those planets are going in retrograde around the 20th and the 25th of this month. So some of you, depending on how sensitive you are, you could be feeling the changes of that energy already starting, because there's a pre-shadow period that comes about. We're not quite in that pre-shadow period yet, which is 2 weeks prior to the date that it goes into retrograde, but it doesn't mean that you can't be feeling the energies. This is the energy of somebody around you who could be coming back around or already around you, nipping off of your plate. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Office Space. It's a hilarious ass movie. If you get to watch it, watch it. It's hilarious. But they're working in a corporate environment and they hate their company. And so it's like three guys, three or four of them together. And one of them or two of them is, they're all they all work in a tech industry of some sort. But what they did was they set up a concoction or a scheme where they would take off like a penny from each account. And there was like millions of accounts. So, if you take a penny off of, and so they set up a software, set up some type of software where it would take off, maybe 5 cents from each account or 10 cents from each account. Something very minor that you would not notice on an individual account. But when you have a bunch of accounts where you take that little bit of money off, it adds up. So I feel like you got to be careful in reference to that. So in business, whoever you're doing business with, whoever has access to your information, any type of financial information, you make sure you lock that down. Make sure that you know who has that access to that information, and make sure you check your accounts. Check it down to the wire. Check with your accountant, because you can have an accountant who gets down like that. Accountants are the ones that we go to here. We take all of our receipts and we go here, especially as business owners, right? You said you wanted these receipts here, but some of us don't double check the accountants. You know what I'm saying? If you're big time, then you got an accountant that's checking that accountant, that's checking that accountant. That's if you big time. But a lot of us, we can barely afford an accountant sometimes. So we have one. So we rely on this accountant. But I feel like some of you need to make sure, and it could be a glitch. It don't necessarily mean that they're robbing you. But for some of you, there could be something going on, especially with the Mercury retrograde glitches. But even if it's not that, somebody could just be stealing out of your account. It could be an ex-lover. It could be somebody you're with and y'all about to break up, but everybody's got access to everybody's social security, everybody's accounts. So somebody could be slowly nipping off of your account, planning to ditch out on you or to leave or something like that. And I hate to say that, but that's what's coming to me intuitively, so I'm going to put it out there. For others of you, this is just people around you who they see you doing well. See all these cups, they represent happiness. You're doing what you need to do. You're happy. You got people who may want to come in and try to, take away your happiness and take off your happiness. They need a little for themselves, or you got people who want you to feed them. So be careful the people who are around you, always asking you for shit. Don't ever give you nothing. Be careful of where you eat into. It's a holiday, or, going to any parties this summer. Okay. Any cookouts or barbecues or anything. Be careful what you eat. Be careful who brings you your plate. Watch what they putting in it. Watch people. I don't trust this. People putting stuff in people's foods and drinks. People wilding out here. Watch what you eat. Watch what you drink. Watch whose house you eat and drink at. I'm a person. I'm very particular about that. I am very particular about that. And some people might think I'm an asshole. You could feel that way. That's cool. But one thing I don't do, me personally, I don't do potlucks. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Because people got cats and they let their cats climb all over the counter while they cooking in the kitchen. And I'm not feeling it. Now, if you good with that, you good with that. But something's up with somebody in their food, and something's up. Okay? Or it could just be on somebody on some bullshit wanting to get back with you. Come on, let's go party. Let's go hang out. And they got ulterior motives, mad because you ended a relationship with them. And here they come trying to put something in your drink. Or come on over, I'll cook, put something in the food. Watch out. We got another major arcana here. This is your energy. So you got to be careful, okay? Because this is your energy. You got to be careful not to get into any toxic situations. Some of you may be overindulging, okay, in food, drinker, or whatever you're doing. You know what? Listen, Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn moon. We, as Capricorns, earth signs period, we indulge in the 3D senses. We are spirits trapped in these human bodies, and these human bodies come with desires and needs. It's okay to indulge, but do it in moderation. And don't do it in a situation where it's going to be toxic for you, where you're overindulging. Anything you overindulge in turns into this. So, if you want to have a drink, have a drink. If you want to buy a bottle of wine, honey, I'm about to pop open a bottle in a minute, okay? Literally, when I get done with this reading, I just want to drink my tea first. Drink all the good stuff first, drink my tea and all that. But then, trust me, in about an hour or two, I'm about to pop that bottle, okay? And I got me a little cookie. All right, my cookie, because I can't smoke. Okay, but I got me a cookie. So I'm about to handle my business today, but I can't. When was the last time I even drank? It had to be about maybe 3 weeks ago. Okay, the last time I had a bottle or had a cookie, so to speak. Right? So in moderation. Okay, don't overdo it. And when it comes to toxic connections, for some of you, this is about a person. I feel like for some of you, it's somebody who's coming back. These all could be related or they could be separate situations. But you need to be careful of the toxic situation. You see the people down there? So for some of you, this is a person who's coming back. Somebody that you have a strong sexual desire for. Okay? You need to be careful. Okay? Some of you are celibate. Some of you are ready. You ready, okay? You are ready to get it in. But make sure that you know what you're doing, that you don't indulge with someone. Because I've been telling Capricorns for a minute, don't be indulging with your exes. You got Pluto in retrograde in your first house, honey, okay? You got Saturn in retrograde in your, your second house? The people that you've been associating with, you're in the process of changing your mindset about these people, closing out cycles, a lot of them. So why are you indulging in people from the past when you know half of these people ain't shit? They showed you not once, not twice, not 3 times, because sometimes we a little foolish with the Capricorn energy. We love and we giving, but people take advantage, and sometimes it takes us a couple of bumps over the head to get it. This could be somebody coming back. Okay? If it's not, be careful with the indulging. Some of you on the flip side might be depressed because a relationship is over. Depressed because of situations that didn't turn out. Depressed because there are friendships that you're growing out of. You're ascending. And when it comes to ascension, sometimes we have to leave people behind. That can be very depressing and very lonely for a Capricorn. Capricorns need to watch themselves because they can sink into a depression really easy. Okay, so you got to find something to do that lifts up your spirits. If you don't got family or friends you could be around that you trust, go online and find something to make you laugh. Watch some funny movies. Don't watch no romantic comedies. Watch funny movies. If you got your little bottle or whatever, you want to drink your bottle today. It's not as long as it's not a big ass gallon of whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with you sitting down, having a couple of glasses of wine and watching some movies, getting some popcorn or making some good food and just chill, and take your mind off of whatever's going on. Watch, something to watch on TV will help you to take your mind off of things. Or get a good book. Curl up with a book. There could be some projects that you may have put to the side. Work on those projects. But fight that demon energy, okay? Now, what we're going to do in the extended is we're going to clarify giving 4 cards for each of these to get a little bit more specific as to the message Spirit wants you to have as far as what you need to watch out for the silent enemy. So if this resonated as is Cap City, feel free to click that like button. If you want to leave a comment relating to how it resonates, and I stress a comment relating to how it resonates, feel free in the comment section. There have been people who've been really rude and nasty in the comment sections lately. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to block you. I'm going to delete the comment, or what I might do is showcase your ass like I did somebody else and point everybody to the direction of your retarded message and the things that you're saying, so people could see exactly what I'm talking about when I do these readings. Here's an example of this person I'm talking about, because you know what? People get triggered. There's no need for you to be disrespectful in the comments. If you're disrespectful to anybody in the community, you're gonna get deleted or you're gonna get showcased, depending on what type of mood I'm in. Keep it in 100. All right, it's disrespectful and it's rude, and there's no need for it. Right. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy your day. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you need a personal, I'm at 8thhouseenergy@gmail.com. If this reading goes up before the end of Memorial Day, you have until midnight to do a 1-question reading. Hit me up if you need a 1 question, all right? But you got to submit it in by midnight. I love you guys, and I'll see you in extended or in the next reading.